What's up, guys? Welcome back into episode number 10 of the Danger Sports Podcast. So today, there's not going to be a lot of topics that we're going to be talking about today. It's going to be more of a detailed conversation. We have the news on the Stefon Diggs trade. We have, as well, a little bit of a draft special where we're comparing Jayden Daniels and Drake Maye as prospects. And so let me know what you guys think when this video is over. Before this video starts, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Starting off with news we got a week or two ago, the Stefon Diggs trade, as he was moved to the Houston Texans in return for a second round pick, as well as the Houston Texans also got a 5th and a 6th. This is also very big because they also voided the last years of his contract. So after this year, Stefon Diggs is eligible to be a free agent after this year and could be signed by any team if the price is right. Let me know what you guys think. I think this trade's good for both sides. I think that it seemed like things were kind of headed for an end in Buffalo for them. But at the same time, it makes a whole ton of sense for the Houston Texans as they're really trying to... That window that they have, people keep speaking of, it is at an all-time high, and it's not going to get any higher than it is right now. They've made so many key moves. They got Danielle Hunter. They got Diggs. They got Joe Mixon. There's more. This team keeps on making good moves, and Diggs is just one of them. Both teams, I think, get a good deal. I'll give the Texans a slightly better grade. I'll give them an A. I'll give the Bills a B+. Now we can head right into the biggest chunk of this video, which is the Drake Maye versus Jayden Daniels debate, where I'm going to be talking about as a prospect and who is going to be number 2 overall. Not in my opinion, but from the reports that we've seen, it is actually leaning in one way or another. But it seems like the Commanders tend to like one of them a lot more than the other, and I'll discuss that later on after the next part that we get into. So, the comparison itself. Daniels versus Maye. Maye has the better size. He's like 6'4", built like Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. He's built like a prototypical strong-armed, durable NFL quarterback who can play every game for you without having to deal with injuries, and that's really an advantage to him. Daniels has looked bigger since the end of the season. He has gotten bigger. He needed to, and he's going to continue to. He's still lighter, and he's still more of a slim quarterback who is going to be susceptible to injury if he gets a hit. Both of these quarterbacks have great athleticism, particularly Jayden Daniels. That's the edge that he has over Drake Maye, particularly. That's his biggest advantage he has. If you look at the tape, half of his big plays are from the ground, making guys miss, making big plays happen with his legs, both by extending a play and by making his own play by himself. Drake Maye's highlights come of more of a diverse type. You see him make more throws across the field and put it into more danger and being able to fit it into more windows more consistently. I give him the edge on here because Jayden Daniels loves to throw the deep ball on the sidelines. He does that over the top way too much. I don't know why he does that, because he has guys like Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. to throw to, two projected top 25 receivers. Neighbors probably a top 10 receiver easily. I think that helps, right? If you think about it, you have Neighbors and Brian Thomas to throw to. You're going to be able to win pretty much every time you throw the ball downfield on the corners. You're going to be able to get the ball into the hands of somebody. That's not always the case in the NFL. With the type of corners that you're going to face, that's not going to fly. You're not just going to toss it up and get lucky. Like, you're going to have to make plays sometimes, and I think Drake Maye is better at doing that when it comes to throwing the ball. Daniels is the opposite when it comes to running. I think he's better. Maye, you don't want to sleep on his athleticism, though, and his speed. The only thing is with him is he doesn't protect himself very well. He needs to work on that at the NFL level. Daniels already has guys to throw to like Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, and others that really help him and really were a big part of his Heisman season and his big breakout fifth-year senior career season. As I alluded to earlier, Drake Maye has more arm talent, and I think we see this over and over again. If you see him, he's layering the ball over defenders, making tough reads, making the ball, putting it into tight windows, displaying unbelievable arm strength. I think he just does it more consistently as a passer than Jayden Daniels, and I think he has more upside as a passer in totality. He has more upside as a player, in my opinion. And one of them has a lower floor, and I'll give that to Daniels because he has had more experience, more playing time. We know his floor is a low-end starting quarterback in this league to a high-level backup, I would say. That's his floor. And I think his ceiling is a little bit lower than Drake Maye, but it's still relatively high when you think of other NFL prospects that have been coming out. I'm going to give a tie here to consistency in the pocket. I think they're both really good in the pocket. Both are able to take the ball. Once they get the ball, they're able to take their drops efficiently in a quick manner. You don't see that often with young quarterbacks. Sometimes you see them like take their time with lazy footwork, stuff that really needs to be worked out in the NFL. These guys both have it. I think they both have the footwork at least as a beginner level, and they're able to step up, find a guy, and make a good read. They're both able to do that, and I think they both have a really good pocket presence. And yeah, I'll give it a tie here. Jayden Daniels has more experience, as I just talked about, which means he has a lower floor because he's seen more action. He's seen more football. We know he's at least able to be somebody who's going to start for a team next year if a team who's drafting him wants it to be that way. You could theoretically make him a backup for his first year just to give a veteran maybe another chance to teach him, the old school type of groom the rookie type of a thing. But I think with him, you should probably be starting him day one, as the same with Drake Maye. I think the possibility of Maye being a better quarterback in the long run is possible, while also Jayden Daniels is better as a rookie. I think it depends really on the situation that they're set up with. Say Daniels goes to Washington and Maye goes to New England. Obviously, Daniels is going to have a better year than Drake Maye in New England. The reason why is because he has people to throw to. He has Jahan Dotson, he has Terry McLaurin, and he has a really bad offensive line. I'll say that. But he has something. He has a couple of receivers he can rely on, and I think that's actually a really key in part to his success, as well as Austin Eckler coming out of the backfield could also help out in the check down game. Overall, I think Drake Maye is the better prospect as a passer. He's a little bit behind as a runner compared to Daniels, but he's still ahead of almost every other prospect. Daniels, I think, is the best scrambling prospect in this draft. I think Caleb Williams is a close number 2. And then after that comes Drake Maye. I think those guys are all pretty close, but they're all able to make plays with their legs. But Maye really is a crazy. He has unbelievable arm strength, unbelievable just arm talent in general, able to put the ball into tight windows. I see that over and over again. It's rare. It's really a rare talent that he has. I could see him definitely being the best prospect in this class. I don't project him that. I think Caleb Williams coming out right now, as of now, from what we've seen, is the best prospect. But Drake Maye, in my opinion, is my number 2 over Jayden Daniels. And we're going to get to the reports that we've seen, and that is the Washington Commanders are reportedly heavily interested in Jayden Daniels over Drake Maye. And I think that he fits pretty well there. I think he actually fits what they're trying to do pretty well there. He could actually help them, I think, win relatively quick. And he brings another element in the scrambling game. But I think they should go Maye. I think he's better, like I said earlier. If you get the right guy, you need to get the system around him correct. You can't just get a really bad guy and you can make a really good system look make a really bad quarterback look good. We've seen this before, and honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if there were some guys that we didn't know about because they're still on this team getting big contracts. Guys that just aren't even good, but they get paid a lot because they know how to run the system. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what Daniels could be. He could be even better than that. We will see. But the report is the Commanders are heavily interested in a guy like Jayden Daniels. The interesting counter report is that Jayden Daniels might actually prefer to go to the Patriots. It's definitely not lack of situation, because if you want to go to a better situation, you definitely go to the Commanders because they actually have people you can throw to. Um, the Patriots are a dumpster fire. Why on earth? If you go to the Patriots right now, there is about a 90% chance that your career is toast, especially with a guy like Jayden Daniels because he's smaller and the injuries. It's a Bryce Young, another Bryce Young coming. I hate to say it, but that's really what this could be if he goes there. Maye could be not as bad. He probably wouldn't get hurt, but he probably wouldn't be good. But if they eventually get pieces around him, maybe he could be good. But you don't want to go to New England if you're a rookie right now. You don't. You do not want to go to New England right now. We shall see coming up to the draft. Which I will be attending, by the way. It should be interesting, and I will give you updates. We have more videos coming in the next couple of weeks, as well as a follow-up after the NFL draft. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, like the video for the algorithm. It helps me push the video out to other viewers. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next one. Bye.